You definitely need some time to understand recursion and to create recursive algorithms. People are not used to think this way, and you will not use it every day. There are programming languages that are based on recursion. Mostly, these are functional, like Lisp or Scheme, maybe even bit in JavaScript if you write functional JavaScript. But in programming languages like Java and C, are more commonly used iterative approach, which is just loop. Also, you can rewrite recursive function to iterative function. And you can change iterative function to recursive function. Our example of recursion will be factorial of n, where n is some number. Factorial of n means n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 and so on until we reach 1. So, for example, factorial of 5 would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And as you may notice, this is great for recursion. There is one important thing to know. When a function returns, for example, 3 times result of some function call, computer waits until the function call returns some value, and then he do the operation 3 times the result. So the recursive algorithm for factorial is simple. If n is equal to 1, we return 1, and if it is bigger than 1, we return n times the result of factorial of n minus 1. I got here a function that will kind of visualize that. When this function is called, it prints computing n, and then it brings the result of factorial for this n. But when we call this function, for example with 4, we see that first it starts to compute 4, then it compute 3, then it compute 2, then 1. After 1, it stops and starts to tell us what the results are. Why is that? Well, you need to think a bit about how computer counts these things. When you tell him end result will be equal to factorial visualization of n minus 1, computer doesn't know what that is. He needs some integer value, so he waits and calls this function. And that is why we get this computing before results. As I said before, you can need some time to process this. If you have questions, just ask them. I will try to help you, and I will see you next time.